Hey, what is going on everybody? It's your boy Mave, and today I'm bringing you a video that has been highly requested, and it is going to be a tutorial for how to motion track Element 3D. So Element 3D is what I use in my recent Team Hope Grinders montage at the beginning, where you can see the 3D Hope logo and the rocks that is using Element 3D. And many people are requesting a tutorial on how to do this. So all credit goes to Nohko here. He's the one who actually made the original tutorial, which taught me how to do this. But since many of you guys don't know who he is or aren't so familiar or whatever, I'm making one for all of you. So this is the tutorial. This is going to be put in my montage editing series, which I'm going to start. I'm going to start rolling out montage editing tutorials. And so yeah, thank you guys for clicking on the video. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. So now that we're in After Effects, the first thing you're going to want to do is get your cinematic and your logo. So this cinematic is the one that Nohko provided, and the logo is obviously my logo. So first thing we're going to want to do is actually open up the camera tracker for the cinematic. So click on the cinematic, go to the right side, click on tracker, and click on track camera, and let that run in the background. Now what we're going to do is we're going to outline each of these paths. We're going to outline each of these sections of our logo, and that's how we're going to put them into the 3D software. So select your logo down here, go up and click Layer, New, Solid, and click Enter, as the color does not matter. Then we're going to hide that layer, and then we're going to select the pen tool, which is next to the rectangle. Now you're going to outline the sections of your logo that are the base and that you want to be the same texture or material. So for tutorial sake, I'm just doing a rough outline to save time, as it is pretty late and I want to go to bed, but I also want to get a video for tomorrow. So there you go. That's the first bases that I'm going to use. Now I'm going to skip outlining these little blue accent parts just for tutorial sake. And then we're going to do the same thing. New, Solid, Enter, hide it, and then we're going to use the pen tool to outline our accents, which for me are these lights. Once again, rough outline. That one's absolute trash, but it's okay. So now that that's done, we're going to add one more solid, and I'm going to name this E3D, just so I can differentiate. And for this tutorial you will be needing plugins. Element is a paid plugin, but you can find like tons of free downloads for it. So yeah, go do that and come back to the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Element on our solid, and the first thing we can do is to go into custom layers and custom text and masks. Now all these path layers are the different possible layers of what we did earlier that you can use in Element 3D. So what we're going to do is where it says none, we're going to click the drop down and select dark gray solid 1, or for you it's red solid 1, blue solid 1, whatever it is. Click slick solid 1. And then for the second one you're going to select solid 2. Now where it says source on both of them, you're going to select it and click on masks. So now that we have that done, we can close out of that, and we can now click on Scene Setup. So now that we're in here, the first thing we're going to do is click on Extrude up here in the top left, and that's going to bring up our first face. And now, the first thing we're going to do with this is actually go up here to where it says Extrusion Model, right click, Duplicate All. We're going to select the second one, go down here to where it says Extrusion, and Custom Path, and select Custom Path 2. So now we have our lights. That horrible light right there. Anyways, now what we're going to do with these is what I like to do is make them thicker so they pop out. So you select your first one, the base, go down here to where it says bevel scale, and just turn it up to however much you would like. And then same thing with the accents. I usually do the accents smaller so you can differentiate between them. Next thing we're going to do is select their base, and we're going to actually choose a material for it. So I'm using the Pro Shaders 2-pack, which you will not have. It's not like it doesn't come with Element, but I will leave a free download link in the description for you for this, so you can get it and follow along with the tutorial. So go down like that and then come back, and I will continue helping you out. So you can just choose a metal that you like. I just like this one. Just for tutorial's sake, you can go through them, choose whatever you want, or like you can use fabric, ground. You don't have to use metal. And then for the accents, I like using gold, so I'm going to use gold. Once again, it doesn't matter what you use, but I'm going to use gold for this. Now that we're done with that, we're actually going to lift these up above this plane that you can see down here. See this plane? We're going to lift these up above it so that in our actual scene you can see them properly. Make sure everything's aligned, just like that. Just put that up slightly bit more, and now that that's good, we can click OK. So this is now in our timeline here in Element 3D, and now we are solving camera. So I will be back once it's done solving. See you guys in a second. Okay, now that we are done solving, we can see all our track points. Now, don't worry about this being off center, as we'll fix that later, but first thing you're going to want to do is hide everything above the cinematic so you can see properly. Now we're going to choose a point to track our logo to, and I'm actually going to choose this point in the road. Let's see if that's good. No, that's not good. Okay, let's choose a different spot. I'm going to choose right there then. Should be good, right? Okay, that should be good. Create null in camera. Oh, sorry, I didn't narrate that. Okay, so you're going to right click once you've chosen a spot and click on create null in camera. There we go. So now that we've got our null in camera, I'm actually going to bring these down here and make them a different color just so I can differentiate. So now we're going to click on our track null, and we're going to click P, and then we're going to come up to Element 3D. We're going to select our layer, click on Group 1, click on Particle Replicator, and now we have our coordinates for our logo. So first thing I'm going to do is what I forgot to do earlier is unhide the actual Element 3D. Now you're going to copy all of the coordinates from the track null up here onto the Element 3D. So click Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. And now we can see our logo there. So that's a little bit too small for me, so I'm going to drop down particle look and increase the particle size. So there we go, that's a little bit better. Now, obviously this doesn't look right. It's like leaning forward and a bit to the right. So what we can do is come over here to the left side, underneath the particle replicator, underneath the rotation, we can change the way our logo is actually positioned, and we can change it to our liking. So let me go to the beginning so I can get a good idea. Here I want it to be like here, and we can actually keyframe this. So what I'm going to do is at the beginning I'm going to have it looking this way, and I'm going to keyframe the Y rotation, and I'm going to go to the end and have it going to the right like this. So now as we play through it, it will rotate to the right, and that will look pretty cool in the finished product. So now that we've got that, I mean, you're pretty much good to go, you know? That's all you gotta do. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the basis of the tutorial. Actually, no, I forgot something. Rocks. Okay, so if you want rocks floating in the air, like I had, go into scene setup, and then you're going to go over here to models, starter pack physical, add all the rocks. So just double click on them all. Now we're going to drag all of these out of the group folder because we do not want them in there. And over here where the 1 is, this is actually showing which group folder is in. So we're going to drop down and click 2 for all of the rocks. There we go, that's done. Now we have the rocks, now we can click OK. So there's our rock. Now we can go over to the left to where it says group 2. Select the drop down, select particle replicator, and turn up the particle count so we have lots of rocks. 80 is generally a good number, but you can always change it. Then we can go to replicator effects, scatter, and we can change the actual scatter of our rocks. But first, these are way too big for me, so I'm going to actually turn down the size to about that. And what you can do is change the particle size randomizer here, which will actually randomize the size of the particles, which will make them look slightly more natural. So there you go. Now that we've done that, I'm going to continue messing with the scatter so we can get it looking nice and natural. This takes a bit of playing around, but once you get it, it's worth it. There you go. Let's see. Okay, so now we can go down into particle look, particle rotation, and we can actually change the randomness of the rotation. And what I usually do is keyframe this. So go to the beginning, make a keyframe, go to the end, and just turn it up like that. Okay, so they go off screen, so I'm gonna mess with the scatter until it looks good. Just turn down the... That actually looks kind of okay. But I'm going to... Oh, that's what I didn't do. I didn't do the position. There we go. So we're going to do the same thing with the position of these rocks here, so that they're positioned with our logo. And now I'm actually going to turn up the count. So there's more of them, and I'm going to scatter them a whole bunch more. Make it like 150. There we go. I'm going to make this like 110. This like maybe 120. This one like 100. And I'm actually going to turn up the scale, or the particle size, because we're actually looking a bit small. Let's see. Want left. Definitely want less rocks. Turn up the X scatter a lot. They're a bit too tight for me. There we go. Now that should look better. That's much better. Okay. Now that we have that, that's pretty much it. Now, if you want it to look a bit better, you can add a light. So you can click Layer, New, and Light. And the point light is actually the best. Or I mean the spotlight, but I can never get it to work. You can actually change like how it's facing and stuff, so you can make them look a bit more in with the environment or whatever. But I'm not good at that, so what I'm actually gonna do is just add an ambient light, give it a bit more, you know, tone. Oh, that's horrible. Hold on. Just play around with the light a bit until you like it. See, that's a solid. Light. Point. I can actually put it up like where the sun is. Like that. And I mean, there you go, I guess. There's nothing much more to it. That's basically everything. I might delete that. I like them darker like that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Know that I will be coming out with a lot more tutorials in the future of how to edit montages and all that kind of stuff, how to know what's good in certain places, all of that. So, yeah, this is our final product, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so very much for watching. Make sure to join my Discord. Make sure to go sub to Nohko. He is an amazing editor. I freaking love the guy. And yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.